Hello and welcome to Cricketry. We are on ThePapare.com. Well, we are at the end of the white ball format between England and Sri Lanka. Now, we're very excited when Sri Lanka did beat England in the last game, won comprehensively, and we thought the momentum will be with the Sri Lankans. Well, what went wrong as far as Sri Lanka was concerned, I thought more than anything else, was the fielding. Now, how much of a price did Sri Lanka pay when they dropped those 4 catches of Jason Roy? Now, he did get to 60, let's not forget, but Sri Lanka had an opportunity of dismissing him about 3 to 4 times. Now, in T20 cricket, yes, some might argue they were hard chances, they were half chances, but we're talking about fielding at its best. We're talking about international cricket, and we're talking about pouncing on every opportunity. Now, I get the feeling that had Sri Lanka taken those catches, in hindsight I'm saying, Sri Lanka could have possibly restricted England to what the par score is in this ground, which is around 160. Now, had that happened, we all know that the final result suggests that the game would have been much, much closer. Now, let's not take anything away from the way England played. The England bowling looked good, and it just compounded Sri Lanka's problems when Joe Denley at the top of the order did get 2 wickets. Now, that to me was a bonus. He comes in, dismisses the 2 openers, Kusal Mendis and Niroshan Dickwella, both coming off 2 very good performances in the last game, and you dismiss them cheaply. Well, England couldn't have asked for a better start. From there on, Sri Lanka was always playing catching up cricket, and it was never going to be easy, let's not forget. And the England spinners continued to try and create pressure. And one thing that is a worry as far as I'm concerned, and lots of Sri Lankans are concerned, is the Sri Lankans' vulnerability to leg spin. Now, in this game, Joe Denley had 4, and Adil Rashid returned his best ever bowling figures. So in those circumstances, Sri Lanka will have a lot of work to do, particularly the way they play spin bowling. They seem to be getting out too regularly to the spinners. Look at the Asia Cup, got out to the spinners. And here, Adil Rashid was outstanding. So from 187 for 8, that looked, I wouldn't say a gettable target, but it was a target that the Sri Lankans could have aimed at and eventually been out for 157. 30 runs in a T20 game is a lot. So it's my opinion that Sri Lanka had a great opportunity to go into the test series with everything leveled and the test matches to play. But instead, what has happened is they have lost the one-day series, they've lost the T20, and now they're going to the test matches. I feel playing at home at Galle with the Sri Lankan spin, they should be the favourites. But when you look at the way Moeen Ali is bowling, look at the way what Adil Rashid could do, you could expect something special from the England spinners. So Sri Lanka will have to work really hard. The Galle ground, the Galle test match, obviously is a happy hunting ground for Sri Lanka. So let's hope that the Sri Lankan batsmen will put their hands up and also the spinners will play a part. And it is going to be Rangana Herath's final test match. So Sri Lanka will want to send Herath on a high. But just back in this game, another factor that I emphasized in the previous game, dot balls, it was prevalent here too. So with just a few months to go and a few games to go for the World Cup, with Sri Lanka not playing another one-day game at home before the World Cup, they have a lot of work to do if they are to be a serious contender in the next year's World Cup. But as for the series, England should be congratulated for an outstanding win. This is Roshan Abeysinghe for Cricketry on ThePapare.com.